Social and political commentary from a Christian male perspective.
So today we got Umar. He's saying something. I don't actually disagree with Umar here. What I want to point out is I don't think Umar respects that there is a process that things have to go through in order to be successful. For example, in order to start a business, you got to go through some steps. You cannot just open up a $20 million, never tested, never tried, don't know if the value statement works business. You can't do that. You got to start with a small grassroots, dare I say, or bootstrap or shoestrapped type of situation. And I'm really starting to get that Umar doesn't understand that. Now, I don't, and we see it played out in his school aspirations, definitely. There's got to be some steps. You're not going to start I think we've determined that the school is going to probably run a budget of about $2 million a year, just on all of the various things related to that school building and those abandoned buildings up there in Delaware. We're looking at probably $2 million plus. You don't just roll out a $2 million plus project that you want fully funded by only one particular ethnic group. Sir, that's a lot. And I don't think he respects the process that it takes to get these things up and running. A grocery store, a financial institution, a real estate company, fill in the blank. I don't think he understands or appreciates that it does. You have to start small. You got to crawl before you walk. Whatever the scenario, whatever the analogy that you need, I just don't think he gets it. And watch here, and you'll see what I mean.
The reason why it's so difficult for us to get black people to organize and pay attention is we don't have anything to offer them. It's easy for European Jews to organize European Jews. They have resources. It's easy for Asians to organize Asians. They have resources. It's easy for Anglo-Saxons to organize Anglo-Saxons. They have resources. The reason we can't get the attention of our young people, the reason we can't get the attention of our adult people, what do we have to offer them? The black community is the only community in America that can't hire their own people, can't educate their own children, can't save their own dying. We have no resources that we can systemically offer each other that doesn't involve white participation or subsidy. And because of that, black people are not paying attention.
Okay, I got to stop right there. Those things that he said from institutions and such like that, I don't subscribe to this, that black folk need to stay away from other people groups. I don't think it's not even realistic. You just can't do it in application. But I don't agree that that's the highest issue that we have. And he kind of alludes to it. He says, we don't have anything to offer the young adults. Well, why don't you start small? The only way you're going to have something to offer young adults is that you start small and build and scale. So why not just start small? You could start your own independent record label. You could teach financial literacy. You can do these things in a course. You can do it online. You could do it on a very small budget and grow it as it continues to flourish. And you see that people actually want it. Because there's the other problem, as I mentioned earlier. You don't know if people want this thing. You don't know if people want a bank in their community when they've only had check cashing locations. So how are you going to educate them to know that a bank is vastly, vastly superior to a check cashing location? So how do you train them and educate them to do that? You're going to have to do that small. You're going to have to do that in a very small, minute way. Start, get a credit union in there or something of that nature to come out and teach and educate the community so they see, yeah, this is better than having a check cashing place. But it just seems like he's missing that point of that. Now, my point, however, is Umar always looks to the end goal. He looks at mile 25 of a marathon. He always looks at, you've crossed the finish line. He's always looking at the big goal. And I don't think he has an appreciation for the very small. Why not give examples of what needs to happen at the very beginning, at mile 1, at the starting line, not what it should look like at the finish line? I do appreciate that we need to know what it looks like at the finish line, but I got a lot of miles between me and the finish line. I got 26 miles and lots of hills and climbs and descents and all of this stuff, man. I got a lot to do with from mile 0 to mile 26. Help me at mile 0 rather than telling me about what it's going to look like at mile 26. Again, I appreciate mile 26, but I'm at mile 0 at the moment. I'm at the starting line. So again, I think Dr. Umar, in this regard, I want to give him credit. I think he has the right idea as it relates to, again, my example of mile 26. I just don't think he has an appreciation for the start and the mid range and so on and so forth, the process that gets us to that solution. I don't think he has an appreciation for it. But what do you think? Down in the comments below, do you understand or see Umar laying out a plan and a process to get to a goal? And we could use the school as the most egregious example. There's no process. You're just going to open up a $3 million business and you don't know that you have any clients. You don't know that you have anybody there that actually wants this service and can afford this service. And it's such like that. There's no business model. There's no plans laid out and it's such of that nature. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. I really appreciate you all. Thank you so much for rocking with me. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.